been a lot of interesting things happening with pulsechain over the last few weeks. I wanted to give you guys my thoughts on it. I've been watching everything really closely. You can see here in the background, this is my house right on the Amazon River. Everything's flooded right now. This is peak rainy season. We have maybe another month or so before the water starts to go back down. Got this road here that runs all the way out to my port. Right out here, it's all been flooded. Everything's flooded right now. Kind of interesting. I think one of the biggest narratives right now is the introduction of a decentralized stablecoin without admin keys, without the ability of some entity being able to invalidate your coins. That doesn't exist. I think the closest thing was pMakerDAO. One of the co-founders ended up suicided on a beach in Puerto Rico. This is something I think a lot of government agencies are against because it limits their ability to control things. So ask yourself, what could possibly be the biggest innovation since Bitcoin? And I think that lies in a decentralized stablecoin. In this video, I want to give you guys my top reasons why I believe pDAI is going to be pegging to $1 and become central to everything that's going on in the pulsechain ecosystem.
You guys got to read the blockchain. We sacrificed for freedom of speech
on the blockchain, bro.
And blockchain is speech.
It's a different game now, man. The game's evolving.
The Constitution has something called the First Amendment. The First Amendment is freedom of speech, freedom of the press. Blockchain networks are communication networks. They carry speech. The first Bitcoin block carried a copy of a newspaper article. Blockchain networks are speech. People that speak to each other using the blockchain deserve the same rights as people that speak to each other using pens and paper, non-digitally. They should have the same protection of people that use the mail. They should have the same protection of people that use the telephone. Right now, the administrative state, the fourth branch of government that's not supposed to exist, of unelected bureaucrats, is writing all the laws, encumbering millions of people with regulations, and there's no counterplay.
People who were here first cycle from Richard Hart, they come in, whenever they see this pDAI thing, they get the story in like 6 seconds. They're like, oh, I see it, stablecoin, this thing, $1, cool, I'm in. And I'm like, bro, you understand there's like guys like literally wanting to like slash my throat after what I just told you. They're like, oh yeah, I get it, whatever, could work, could not, it is what it is, right? But it's because they don't have that bias. There's no blasphemy. It's like, how dare you say the founder is keeping something from us? That's their perspective. Everyone wants to know why there's so much controversy. It's the implication that there is an opportunity here, but you're just not told about it. Now, there's all these blockchain pioneers, upside down, inflation bugs, all these other things happening. So it is different now. That's why it is different. The story's morphing over time.
Cryptocurrency is one of the few industries in the world really trying to return power to the people and introduce efficiency into extremely inefficient systems. Who out there is working for your right to communicate with your fellow man? Who out there is working for your right to be able to save money without it being debased? Who out there is working for your freedom to transact, which underpins all the other rights that you're supposed to have? So if you don't have the right to transact with people, which is something that the founding fathers assumed everyone would have, they paid people directly. There wasn't all these stupid intermediaries. You don't have the freedom of movement if you can't pay for your bus ticket. You don't have the freedom of speech if you can't buy an internet connection or send a letter. You need to be able to transact to use any of your other rights. Without the freedom to transact, you don't have any other rights. The Securities and Exchange Commission is violating their oath by becoming a domestic enemy of the Constitution. You're trying to classify speech as securities. You can't pay someone to include your speech in a block because the only method by which these networks allow you to include your speech in a block is by paying a fee to be included in the block in native currency. Well, they're trying to undo all that. They're trying to make it so that you can't speak because they're trying to pretend that your speech is a security. That's a violation of their oath. That's a violation of the Constitution. That's a violation of your rights. That's a violation of due process. You're not allowed to pretend that speech is a security. Speech is not a security. So you buying a coin and using that coin to purchase speech on a distributed peer-to-peer open source network, that's speech, man. That's as speech gets. So the concept that you're going to de facto ban cryptocurrency around the jurisdiction of the legislative branch is also a violation of the separation of powers doctrine, of the non-delegation doctrine. Google these things. What they're doing is illegal, and they should be held personally responsible for it, and they should be sued for what they're doing, for the rights of yours that they're violating. They have addresses, and they've got a lot of money. Let the courts decide whether what they did was okay.
What Bitcoin was first invented for to what it is today, it's not even close to the same thing. And I feel like this is the actual cypherpunk movement. Bitcoin's original stated goal was to change man's relationship with money. It was peer-to-peer digital cash. It wasn't a store of value. What is pDAI? What are decentralized stablecoins? That's what the intention was, trying to participate in a world that Satoshi was trying to birth. So this is, to me, the second attempt.
If you go back and watch Richard Hart's videos, it'd be pretty hard to come out saying he's a scammer.
You think the price went up 1,000,000% because I was dumping my bags? That's what you think?
Seeing his content, seeing what he stood for, people from the outside, people that don't watch his content, they just look at him and be like, oh, hear him say one word, look at his outfit, and oh, it's a scam.
I should trust you.
Listen, I think you should trust me, but if you get into the habit of trusting people like me, you get the crap scammed out of you.
But if you sit down and watch, just sit down and watch, pick one stream. Just pick a stream, click on a stream and watch it. Hex is a strong community, man.
To be 100% decentralized, no entity can have control of it. If he makes it like, oh no, it's good, then people are gonna know something up. But when he's stepping away from it, no, it's garbage, there's an exploit. But yet, the blockchain speaks different. His words to the government are one thing, but the words on his blockchain that we sacked for speaks volumes, bro. It speaks volume. He speaks for the blockchain. He's made that clear how many times. He posts questions. Is this guy minting pDAI for free and dumping it on the community? Question mark. Does this guy have some magic key? Question mark. Sell pDAI? Question mark. The community goes nuts. They're not seeing it as a question. What does he do last night? He posts the same questions and then he posts the link to the transaction list. What does he say? Go watch the exploiter extract your money live. He wanted everybody to go there live. I go there, I watch. I see 3 million pDAI minted. Okay, let me take a look. No. It's coming up the vault from collateral. It's minting pDAI that's being held in the vault, being minted back into supply. He then sells the 3 million pDAI, and then what does he do? He answers the questions he posted for the second time, and he purchases. Nope, the blockchain is freedom of speech. We speak through blockchain. Why did RH direct you there to show you the answers on the blockchain? He's answering the questions. And then what does he do? To show how benevolent he is, he withdraws from a vault 3,000 pDAI and mints it to the wallet. What does he do? He burns the 3,000 pDAI. That's an exploiter, bro. Come on, man. You think he's gonna direct you there to go see an exploiter? Where are the transactions for the exploit when he wanted us to watch? There was none. It was just the answer. Nope. That's why he posted the questions for the second time. He points you to go see the guy exploiting and taking your money when the opposite is happening. We see him burn pDAI. We see him buy NOPE and then swap the NOPE into a stablecoin. Don't take my word for it. Go click on the link and look at the transactions. There's 560 million pDAI that could be minted right now. Why is it not being minted? That's an exploiter that has 560 million pDAI available to be minted right now and doesn't mint it. Every time that this guy is dumping, the wallets are buying it right back up. Come on, exploit, and we maintain the same price. And I'm 100% on the money, and I know what's going on, and I follow the blockchain. You think RH is going to keep 600 million of SAC money in pDAI when there's admin keys? Why did he explain that he's keeping that 600 million in DAI? Why? Do we know? Yes, we know, because DAI doesn't have admin keys. USDC have admin keys. You guys are crazy. Your money where they have admin keys. There are no admin keys. It's a DAO. The dev was murdered. Everything is done through decentralized voting through the Maker token. He can't control the decentralized protocol or it would not be decentralized. How to transfer ownership is to mint more pMaker. pMaker are the admin keys. The OA can't have control of MakerDAO. In order for it to be decentralized, he needs to step away. The OA is dumping pDAI. It's extracted, sent off chains. It's getting put into Tornado Cash. It's coming into new wallets, coming back on chain. He's transferring ownership to the other wallets, maybe 200 wallets, so it can't be traced to the OA. If it's traced to the OA, it cannot be a decentralized stablecoin. Those wallets are then coming up and buying all this pDAI, and they're getting ready for the MakerDAO auction. You bid with pDAI, you burn the pDAI, it releases the pMaker. And if he's got the other 200 wallets that are buying up the pDAI that are gonna burn it, bro, you can't prove it, I can't prove it, but we know that's what's going on. What better than the OA dumping the pDAI? Dumping the pDAI, it's garbage, it's garbage. Well, what happens? His wallets that extracted over the time bridge back into those wallets. As soon as the OA dumps pDAI, those wallets come and scoop it right back up because they need it for auction in the MakerDAO to transfer the keys. MakerDAO starts minting Maker, puts it on an auction block. It's only biddable with pDAI. The admin keys are pMaker.
So I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.